What up? What up? Alright, I'm Sarah, and I wanted to start a new series, basically series on my channel anyway. And I wanted to call it Quicktake. So a Quicktake is basically going to be a under 5-minute review basically of a either new product or product I just wanted to do a review on. And it's going to talk about whether it's a hit or miss, whether I recommend it, general things about the product, maybe have swatches, maybe a little demo of how it applies, whether or not we're going to kick off this series with the Mercier palette. This is their holiday 2017 palette. This is the L'Amour Exotique Face Illuminator collection. It's fucking French, okay? Anyway, this retails for $58, which is what their palette last year retailed for. Overall, I'm going to go ahead and say I do recommend this palette. I do think that it is a good value and that you're getting it's good quality. Okay, so but I want to start off kind of talking first about a negative. It was disappointing for me, but it wasn't a turn off. Okay, this does have 2 repeat shades that was in last year's palette. Okay, so the 2 repeat shades are these 2. Now I'm holding this because mine's loose and I haven't glued it back in. Are these 2. So this is Devotion and this is Indiscretion. They are also in last year's palette. Okay, so there they are, like literally right beside each other. So it is also in last year's palette, as you can see. So if you got last year's and you don't like those, or you don't think these are wearable for you, for your skin tone, then you probably don't want to get it, okay? Because I mean, they are in here again. Like I said, this is loose, which is my own fault because I dropped it. There are 2 repeat shades, Indiscretion and Devotion. It was disappointing because I really thought all 4 shades were new, but they were not. But overall, I'm still okay because those were the only 2 shades in last year's palette that I used because the other 2 were way too dark for my skin tone. No, that was way too dark for me. However, these 4 right here, okay, I can wear all 4 of these, okay, and I have worn all 4 of these, okay, they're marvelous. So that's brings me to the next point. These are wearable for all skin tones, more so than last year's obviously, but also I think Mercier kind of developed these with the intent that they're more wearable. It's going to be about how light you want it versus how deep, and then basically the color. Do you like a pink highlight or not, you know? So formula wise, this is the exact same as her other ones. I'm going to assume they're exact same as the single ones she has. So they're very smooth, like buttery, silky and smooth. You know, they blend very well, they glide on pretty easily. She actually talked about that, like how they're supposed to be like, you don't have to dust it on, you can just, I don't know what that means, but like they do go on very, very seamlessly. It's not an issue, and they're also very easy to like build up, like so you can start pretty light and then get pretty carried away if you want, which is fun to do sometimes. You have medium to high fallout. You can tell more so in my old palette just because it's been used more. It's kind of dirty around here, and I have not used this in a while, but it is still like dirty, and that's just from fallout. So I mean, that does happen, so you need to be careful. So if you're going to don't dig your brush in, okay? Do not dig your brush into these because A, you're wasting product, but B, you're going to get a lot more fallout just coming up because you're digging it. You don't need to dig your brush. I would say just swipe it over 1 or 2 times, put it on your face, and then build up. I also think these are relatively long wearing. I think they probably last for like 6 to 8 hours. Like they're still noticeable at that point. They might not be as bam or anything, but they're still definitely like noticeable. Oh, also, these are really good eyeshadow toppers. I remember I used to use Indiscretion as an eyeshadow topper all of the time. It always looked so, so good. So these can also work as some really nice, like intense, metallic-y, shimmery eyeshadows. So another thing I would say is if you're looking for something that's a really like subtle highlight or like a glow from within or a natural highlight, these are not it. You can make these really light, but that's not what these are doing. If you want something that's more of that glow within look, you need to look at the Hourglass strobing powders. They just came out with their holiday palette as well. I would check those out instead if you're really more into a more natural, everyday kind of looks like, oh look, oh her skin's glowing, you know. Then you need to look at the Hourglass ones. These you can achieve that, but it's going to be significantly harder because these are just more intense and they're more shimmery. Okay, so I'm going to insert some swatches. here or something, maybe before. But my final recommendation for this Laura Mercier L'Amour Exquisite, whatever, holiday palette is get it, thumbs up. But if you can wait, or if it's going to still be available, it will be a risk, I guess, since it's limited edition. I would try to wait until Sephora's like VIB sale in November, just so you can save some money, because I do remember last year that the palette was still available during that sale, so my thought is that that will happen again with the palette, so I would definitely try to wait. And thank you for watching this quick take with Sarah, and I'll see you in the next video.